the January meeting you called, and what was the message and what you want to get out of it?
Just what our standard as a team was, how we're going to attack it, and get better each day, because standard is a standard and it's not going anywhere, but it has to be led by the players. We talk about being a player-led team. It can't be just from the coaches of what they want the team to accomplish. It has to be embodied by the players. So we really had to go back and make sure the standard was set from our players, and that we were all on the same page moving forward heading into the offseason.
The fact that you called it specifically, did you see yourself in that leadership role at that moment?
Yeah, you could say so. But it's not just me. It took a lot of the guys on leadership council that we talked with, leading it, guys like Thomas, Carter, Winston, to kind of embody those player-led meetings and plan them out to make sure that we were capitalizing the time we had together as players. Not that we were wasting anybody's time, but to make sure that the message was clear. And again, that's not just me. That was the entire leadership council that worked hard on that.
Speaking of meetings, when you guys had to meet yesterday and hear about Casey, how did you guys take that news?
Obviously, it's not the news you want to hear, but you had Casey telling it, and there's zero doubt in his voice. He's extremely positive. I love the kid to death, and I know he's gonna battle through this and be okay. And he knows he's got 120 brothers in maroon and gold that are fighting for him every single day. And I've talked to him a lot since then, and just his attitude and just his mentality is insane. He's a special kid. God's definitely brought him through a lot of things in his life, but the way that he holds true to his faith through these challenges is unreal, and it's definitely a lesson that everybody can learn from, and I've learned so much from him personally.
How long did you envision playing in a game like this? With college game day here, national TV, it might be up against the weather elements. It has the makings of being a classic.
It's something you dream about as a kid. If you think about it, you're in the backyard thinking, all right, this is 4th and 10 to go to the Big Ten championship or to whatever it is. It's a dream that you think about when you're young. You want to play in big time games. I think all good competitors do. Everybody wants to play in games that carry weight. And this game obviously does, and we're extremely blessed to be able to be put in this situation. And, I love our team and our coaching staff, and we're just going to prepare the best we can to go 1-0 this week in the Wisconsin championship season.
As someone who didn't grow up here, did it take you a while to understand the Wisconsin rivalry, and how do you feel about the Badgers now?
I think it's something you learn about when you come to Minnesota. Almost right away, you learn about the tradition of the University of Minnesota. Guys who have played in this game, guys like Mr. Thompson back there who, hold a bunch of records and do elite things. You learn about that stuff when you get here, and you learn about the rivalries with Iowa, Wisconsin, and things like that. Obviously, I'm not from here, but I know what it means and how important it is to the state, to this program, and obviously Wisconsin's a very elite program, very a lot of history in the program, so a lot of respect for them, the things that they've been able to do and continue to do each and every week and each and every year. So just extremely proud to be able to play in this game and to play for this university.
Terry, how different do you feel leading an offense right now versus a year ago this time?
Yeah, it's a lot different, a lot more confident. It just goes back to Coach Soraka really just helping me out and helping me take that next right step as a player. Coach Fleck with leadership stuff, but again, it's just it comes down to execution and our guys doing their jobs. And when you got a lot of guys around you that are playing at a really high level, it makes your job that much easier at the end of the day.
Tanner, did you feel like there was a game that was a turning point for this offense, and how much do you think this offense has improved since maybe the non-conference stretch was over with?
Yeah, I don't know if there's an exact game that comes to my mind. Maybe I think after week 3. But, yeah, our offense has really evolved each and every week. And, again, it starts with our coaching staff putting us in elite situations as an offense. And then our guys just coming into work every day, focusing on the details, the little things, because at the end of the day, that's what's most important. That's what's going to win you ball games. Focusing on the little things, the details, because that's what really matters. We got guys that work really hard. And it's a tribute to how hard they've worked each and every day, coming to get extra film, the attitude and next-on mentality that they bring to practice. It's just a reflection of that, honestly.
Were you ever called into a pull-up contest?
Yeah, not many though. I think I did one or two maybe, but my percentage was not very good, to say the least. Yeah, they had me go against Chris once. It was not. Yeah, I didn't win, to say the least. Chris Bell, Crab. Yeah, he beat me. He got me.
Any favorite memories the past year of spending time with a giant axe?
Yeah, I think it's just cool to see it when you walk in every day in the facility in our trophy case there. But it's just remarkable to see what it means to the state of Minnesota, what it's meant. People really love it, and you can tell how much they care about this program, about this university. So it's been really cool for our fans to have and to see, as well as a program.
Yeah, you got Wisconsin's attention last year when you beat them in Camp Randall. One of their linebackers, after their win over Purdue, told their fans, "We're going to go up there and get the axe back." What do you make of kind of the back and forth between players like that?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We got to focus on what we can do, what we can control. He can say or feel what he feels, and that's totally fine. We're not focused about that. We're focused on what we can control, getting better every day, focusing on our game plan, our preparation, and being able to play our best mentally and physically on Saturday at 2:30.
You mentioned in that player-led meeting in January how important the senior leaders were to kind of organize that as well. There's a lot of stuff going on Saturday, but also one of them is it's senior day. That's their last home game. What's it going to be like to send off that class?
Yeah, bittersweet, for sure. It honestly though, what a way to go out at TCF Bank Stadium. I mean, those guys probably wouldn't want to go out any other way. I'm sure Tom's told you the same thing. But just to be around those guys, the leadership they provided for this program, what they've done from year zero, the dig, the turnaround, everything that they've meant to this program is absolutely huge and will never go unnoticed. And those guys really, when you look back years down the road of what Minnesota is, what the University of Minnesota is, you'll think about those guys, what they went through, and how they turned around the University of Minnesota football program. And you'll look at guys like Thomas Barber, Carter Coughlin, Tyler Johnson, Rodney Smith, and those will be the guys that started it all, started this monster.
PJ's talked about handling the pressure and preparing for it with some of the things you guys did in the off-season and then some of the preseason or the non-conference games where you had to make do-or-die plays, basically.
Yeah.
Well, can that help you, or is this a totally different beast which you're facing Saturday in terms of just how the magnitude of this game and all that's on the line?
Well, it goes back to the pressure we put on ourselves, and the pressure we put on ourselves since January, like you said. This competition's in the weight room. A practice, we treat it like it's the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. So we treat every game, every practice, every rep, like it could be your last. Like that's how much it matters. So when you apply that much pressure to every single day, you don't really feel outside pressure, outside noise, or anything like that. You just know what could entail, and we're very excited to have an opportunity this Saturday to do that and do the things that we want to accomplish as a program. But again, it comes down to the pressure that we put on ourselves, not from outside media or anything like that.
It seemed like from the outside perspective, you've taken your game to another level over this last month or so. Has it felt like that to you? And if so, what would you attribute that to?
It just goes back to first coaching staff. Coach Straka put me in great situations. And guys around me making great plays. It's pretty easy as a quarterback when you got 2 1,000-yard receivers and a 1,000-yard back. It makes your life a lot easier. Again, I just got to give those guys opportunities to make plays, but that's what it comes down to. It comes down to those guys, the tight ends blocking, making plays on the outside, the O-line. It's not just me. It's way bigger than that, way bigger than that.
You always credit those guys for making spectacular catches, but do you ever watch back on film and say, man, that was a pretty good throw I made there?
Yeah, from time to time, if I gave them a good ball they can run with, because at the end of the day, accuracy is so important. If you give them a catchable ball that they can catch and run with full stride, it's really important. So if I do that, yeah, that's important for me. But it's not me. It's guys up front doing their jobs. Because if I don't have time to throw the ball, it's impossible for Tyler Johnson or Rashad Bateman to make a catch on the outside. If they don't create separations, it's impossible. So it's all a unit. It's not just one person. We all have a spoke in the wheel, and that's our role, and we do our jobs to the best level that we can.
Quarterbacking is just giving your guys a chance on the outside. Like, where did that trust come from? Where you learned, like, I can just give Rashad a chance there, kind of like a player, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean they prove it to you over, spring ball and training camp and throwing together in the summer and springtime. It takes a lot of reps, and you kind of develop that relationship, and you see with your own eyes, and then you develop that trust, and you just know that most of the time they're going to make a play, so why not give them a chance?
Tanner, in the Iowa game, it seemed like, and there seemed to be a little bit of this in the Northwestern game, but Iowa seemed to make a big focus of their defensive linemen getting their arms up, getting their hands up. How do you try to adjust to that or anticipate for that or prepare for it in any way?
You just got to be ready for it. It just comes down to what kind of scheme we have going. If it's an RPO, if they know that it's going to be a pass, they're going to put their hands up. It's just kind of football. So you just prepare for it, and it's going to happen, and get the ball out as quick as you can. And from time to time, defender's going to make a great play, and that's happened the past 2 weeks, and you tip your hat to them, and congratulations, and let's just go back and reset to the next play and do what we can do. But, just prepare for it, and again, it goes back to our guys blocking and doing their jobs that they do every day and do it at an elite level. So, you just got to prepare for it and be ready. All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.